Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn. In this episode of Coaching Uncut, I am speaking with a client who quote unquote manifested her dream house. Now I say quote unquote because manifestation is an act of creation. Emphasis on the word act. It requires action, which she took lots of. Yet most people think it's some kind of magical thinking. Manifestation or creation requires action. And action, when everything looks like it's falling apart, requires that you manage your mind and stay out of negative faith, even though there will be circumstances along the way that cause you to doubt. Listen into this episode to learn how to step out of the negativity and giving away of your power and understand what's driving it all so that you can continue to be unstoppable and persistent in achieving your goals and dreams, even when it looks like it's all falling apart.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. We're in our new house.
So exciting! It happened.
It happened.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. You do need to send me photos of the inside.
I will definitely. And
did you post in a Facebook group? I haven't.
Yes.
Okay,
did.
I'll go look there because I haven't been there over the holiday
Not
weekend,
pictures, just of the pool, but
okay.
I got to do some indoor pictures yet. It's been crazy, busy, but
I'm so excited for you.
yes, I am too. I'm just ecstatic, and it really was miracles to make it happen. Oh my gosh,
awesome.
Even to the very, very end. So things are good.
So what are your takeaways from that, from the perspective of, because we did a ton of work, like you kept coming back to me and you're like, I know I have negative faith. How do I not have negative faith, right? Like, and sometimes without the awareness, but just being in the worry, right? So you had different levels of awareness there. What is your takeaway? What is the experience and the learning that you are taking from this?
Well, so much, but probably one of the biggest is to have that unwavering faith that it's going to work out for my highest good, and that there will be circumstances, but that shouldn't be an indicator of it not occurring or not happening. It's just, circumstances. And just that I have, I'm powerful and I'm, as long as you're continuing to pursue and take action and keep the faith that it'll happen. And I mean, there was every circumstance stacked up against us, seems, that would say that this probably wasn't going, that it wasn't going to happen if I was a normal person, that hadn't had any of this training. But when I really kept my mindset correct and was not deterred by circumstances, and wasn't, unstoppable, that's when it really happened. So I think a lot of that is just this, like, why do you spend so much time worrying about stuff that, you're doing what you can, you've got to keep the faith, and all of that.
It's a good question to ask yourself, right?
Yeah, it is. And I'm, today's kind of the first day that I'm just, I'm back to work somewhat, but also just kind of reflecting a lot, because there's just so much out of this all. And also just noticing how I'm letting little annoying things that happen, like, throw me out of heaven, or what do you call it? I think you say throw you out of heaven. And that's like, this is so crazy to see how I'm letting little circumstances, little annoying things throw me off course, or, ruin my day, or so a lot of awareness for sure. Overall.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. And what will you do differently? Right? So this is a lot of awareness, but what I would love, which is great, okay, we need this, to close the loop on it, though, to really take it to the next level, you have to then figure out what you will do differently next time. Like, how will you actually integrate this into your new way of being?
Well, I think awareness, first of all, of when I'm going into a pattern, and second of all, choosing differently and not entertaining those negative thoughts or negative things, and just saying, nope, not going to happen. I'm not going there. And really just being a lot more cognizant of how much I'm allowing my brain to go down negative space, and choosing to say, nope, I'm not even going to go there.
Great. I love that. So, so what I'm hearing you say is, I am going to be aware of when I do it. So higher awareness, and I'm going to make a choice in that moment to do it differently, which will be what? Can you label, or can you give yourself some options about what those choices could be?
Well, I think one of the things is going into gratitude. There's something good about this. I don't know exactly what it is yet. So that's being grateful for things as they come along, and choosing to believe that it's going to happen. What my goals are going to happen, my desires are going to happen, and choosing that. I think there's this kind of cool story that happened when I was when I had my college girlfriends here. My one friend is a medium, and my one friend who passed away several years ago from breast cancer, she'd come through sometimes to my friend, and one time I wasn't able to attend this weekend where they were all together, and she'd come through, and she had a message for each person, and she didn't give me a message because I wasn't there, but she wanted to. And so I was sitting with my friend at the hot tub, and she said, it's like, Maureen still wants to, wanted to give you a message, and she didn't. And I said, I wonder what she would say to me. I was like, I said, I think I know what I know what I need to hear, but I wonder what she would say to me. And just as I said that, the song "Don't Stop Believin'" came on. Our word together was believe. And I have it all over my house, and I had given her a thing that said believe, and that's actually my ringtone on my phone. So it was just really a neat experience. But that's really what it boils down to, is belief. And I've really struggled with believing, being like, and not wanting to be fooled or, just having this thinking that it's, I've been fooled into believing something that's not true. And, and
so
that's, I think, the big thing.
That's a beautiful story, Wendy. The thing that I want you to really, like, the next level understanding here is playing off of, it's embedded in what you just said. I don't want to be made a fool of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That is a victim mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? You don't see it that way, but now you do. You'll never unsee that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that is giving away all your power.
Yeah.
That is saying someone else has that power. Something outside of you has that power. Does not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
It's true.
100%. So if you believe and the thing that you desire doesn't make manifest in the form that you initially conceived of it, are you a fool? Did someone make a fool out of you? Did something make a fool out of you? Or is there a different cause that you have to put into effect?
Mm-hmm.
The choice there in how to look at the situation is the difference between a life of limitation and a life of freedom. It's the difference between a life of poverty, whether you want to call that emotional poverty or spiritual poverty or financial poverty, and a life of abundance in all those places, including financially.
Yeah.
The biggest entrepreneurs, the biggest successes in business, they might not consciously understand this, but they act this way, they behave like this. They are nobody's fool because they're not a victim, they're a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, they're not held back, they keep going until they figure out the solution. Does that mean bad things don't happen to them? No. Things happen all the time. This is not magical thinking.
Yeah.
Okay? But Jeff Bezos has had a lot of bad things happen to him. Richard Branson, a lot of bad things. Oprah Winfrey, a lot of bad things. Beyonce, a lot of bad things. This is the human condition. But they recognize that they are a causal agent, not a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that differently. Whether they consciously conceive of that in their minds like that, I don't know, because I'm not in their minds. But they behave, their behaviors show that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not all or nothing, right? You behave as a causal agent, creative, I create my business the way I want, right? In many, many facets of your business. And then there's this other place where you're like a little bit in victim, right? And it's about changing the balance of that so that it's 99% causal creation mode and 1%. I'm fogging out here and I'm in victim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Wendy. So good.
Thank
good.
you.
You're welcome. I'm so happy for you, and really lock in this morning, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Will do.
Awesome. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.